Staring down a supersaurus, like the one above you, or walking toe-to-toe with a triceratops, definitely gives you perspective that humans might not be the only big deal to walk planet Earth. But to find these creatures, you have to dig deep into the Wyoming mountains and unearth them for yourself. About 220 million years ago, during the Triassic period, the Bighorn Basin in Wyoming was covered with red mudflats and streams that have collected and preserved dinosaur fossils for paleontologists like Jessica Lippincott and Andrew Rossi of the Wyoming Dinosaur Center to excavate and study.
We're about 10 minutes away from our museum in Thermopolis, standing about 500 feet up the side of a hillside where we're digging up bones from the late Jurassic period in a layer of rock called the Morrison Formation. So if you can look out behind you, you can see lots of hills. And inside these hills, we find the bones of dinosaurs. They're using things like oyster knives, dental picks, toothbrushes, and very small hammers to gradually expose the bone that's covered in a layer of rock that we call mudstone. So every summer, we have families from all over the world coming up to the site and exposing bones in the site. And if they find one, their name is associated with that bone forever.
The Wyoming Dinosaur Center hosts more than 40,000 visitors each year, many taking the 3-hour drive from nearby Yellowstone National Park. The center's main exhibit showcases more than 30 complete skeletons, some made from more than 90% original bones. Once the dinosaur bones found at the dig site are numbered and jacketed, they head to the lab to be cleaned, studied, and cataloged. Paleontologist and lab director Bill Wall is going to show us around.
Well, the preparation lab at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center has many different projects we're working on at any one time. If you were to look around 360 degrees through the lab, there's marine reptiles being worked on. This table right here, there's a lot of the air tools that we use, which are like micro jackhammers. They range anywhere from actual jackhammers we use to break up rocks to individual little needles that are designed to vibrate single grains of sand. For every 1 hour you spend in the field digging up the fossils, you spend about 6 hours per bone in the lab. So there's an awful lot of work, and the lab is the one part of the museum that can run 24/7.
Visitors to the museum can take a peek inside the lab from the exhibit and see just how fossils are cleaned, studied, and prepared for the exhibit.
I'm using a dental pick and a toothbrush to remove the matrix from the bone. And we have to remove this so we can use it for research and also for display.
Guest paleontologists can dig for a day on site and even get their hands on some fossils to clean, just like Jessica and Bill. Traveling millions of years into the past takes some work, but once you reach Thermopolis, it is well worth it when you get out into the field, find your first fossil, and see how it once roamed the planet.